Okay, this is the Neslab System 3 liquid-to-liquid heat exchanger. This is the front of the unit. We have our recirculation pressure here. Our flow control lever is here. This is currently displaying our actual temperature through the recirculation lines and through the load. Here is our status plates. It's showing that since we're blinking, we are currently controlling. I do have the set point at 25 right now. Since it's using facility water to control, it is definitely related to the temperature and pressure of that water, and that's covered in the manual. But if you had the water was too warm, it's not going to be able to control too low, etc. So your front panel is here. Start and stop, next and enter, and then usually these are your numeric keys. So for example, I'm going to hit next and enter, and it comes up with SP for set point. So it's showing 25. I can increase or decrease using these keys, and it doesn't change it until you hit enter. So now the set point it's still at 25 because I didn't change it, and then it shows you your flow rate, and then it goes back to your actual here. When it doesn't need to cool or use the cooling fluid, it will go to an idle status here. If there's a fault, you'll see it here. Now, one fault to be aware of, this is a 3-phase 208 volt unit. There is a switch inside that you would have to change if you wanted a higher voltage like 240 volts. But for 208 volts 3-phase, if your phase, it does have to be phased correctly. So if your phases are incorrect, it will come up with a PHER error here, so you know that your phases have to be reversed to correct that fault condition. So let's go to the back and I'll show the hookups. So here I have our load hoses. So, and it's labeled here and in the book. This is what's going in. These hoses will not be with the unit. You'll just have the openings here. And the same thing applies to here. These are the recirculating, excuse me, not recirculating. This is our facility water in and out. So the diagram is here. And when you're filling this up for the first time, there's a reservoir, and that reservoir is here. And as you can see, we're pumping fluid through here, and this is what's going through the load. So you want to make sure, and it explains this in the manual also, that you need this level high enough. There's a float switch in here, and if it's too low, it will error. Too low, it'll error out, and then you have to reset it. This unit is should be hardwired, most likely to your power, but that's up to you. But I want you to be aware there is no circuit breaker cutout on this unit. Once it's plugged in and the circuit breaker at the power panel is on, or it's plugged in, either one, power is energizing the unit. The pump, however, will not be on until you press the button in the front. And I'll show you that real quickly. So here again, this is what it'll look like when you turn it on, but the pump will be off like this, and then this will be the display, and then you just turn it back on. And as long as you're flowing, and my load is what you're seeing right over here. This is what I'm using as a load, and so you can got this 20 gallons per minute going through here, and it's about a 1.2 kilowatt load going powering this.